Hello, John Dilworth here. I hope everyone had an explosive 4th of July if you're in America and didn't blow yourself up because then you would miss what comes next. Scene 25. You see Jim and Jane and their little doo-doo-doo-doo in the back seat. They're making a getaway. And it's just a little business between the two of them. He looks at her, she looks at him. Actually, she looks at him because she's worried. Oh my God, look what's coming. What is coming? Oh, it's okay, honey, right? Reassuring. And this is what we do for each other in life. Reassure, even though we know the worst is coming. And then, well, he does. So, how do we begin this scene? Right away, if I analyze it, I see immediately this car. Well, that's the thing I want. I want to have this car jumping around, bouncing, and it's pretty standard. So this is going to be an overlay. This whole car is going to be an overlay. And then you have this background. We'll have to do that background. And we'll insert these kids. So let's go ahead. Let's do the old dreaded layout, right? And we're going to want to take advantage of the screen to get the maximum action, performance. The ability to have performance, even though they're not doing anything really. They're just looking at each other. So I'm going to want to do this, get this rear view mirror. I love details like that. And as I'm drawing, I'm adjusting because, who's perfect anymore? Perfection, right? Perfection. So I know. And then, should I go here? You hear those mad dogs? Do you hear that? Where do I live? In a kennel? There we go. So we're getting the car. And this is just a layout because I'm just going to fill it all in. Design it, lay it out the way I want. And we're going to have a little mirror here to match the mirror here. Again, details. I just love them. I don't know why. Little thing. Who knows if they even go noticed. But I'm going to do them anyway. And this thing, and do we want a trunk? Yeah, let's put in more details. The trunk. Even though, what? And the good news is tomorrow I meet with a young colorist, background painter. And we'll sit down and have a good rappy about things that we don't know what will come up. But we'll try to have the appropriate attitude of adventure and creation. And today I met with a young animator who will attempt to take on a shot of unicorns. And I thought that would be a great way to offload a scene because it's a standalone, really. And we'll get into that. Perhaps when he comes back with a test walk, we'll sit together and analyze that and learn. And also, I want to thank everybody for those who have been involved in trying to help us sort out this pencil test drama. And I'm certain we'll get there. And that's the other attitude to take. It's not just sitting down in front of Netflix and hoping it'll work out. It's like we're putting in the effort to make it work out. We're working it out. I guess that's what it really means. So here it is. Look at this kid. So we have two heads. I don't want her head here. I want her head here, right? I don't want to be distracted by that. We can have a seat. And anyway, this will be our little Julius Jaws area. So that's good, right? And then we'll have Jane here and Jim here. And he's going to be leaning forward. Let's have the wheel here. Or even here, just to get more room for him to act. I'm just going to put these hands in roughly, right? And, right, you've noticed I've changed colors. And that you're entitled to do that if it helps see things. I'm just going to put, I just want to look at the model. I've been taking more and more care with staying on model as much as I can. I think it's a bad repeatable offense to even draw your own stuff off MOWL. So I'm getting a little impatient with that. And the only thing to do is revise. Correct. Autocorrect. Autocorrect. I like autocorrect. You have to train your mind for autocorrect. Okay, so here's Jim. I'm just blocking him out. Here's his car. Now, the arm thing is another thing. I don't want to. How could we design? It's going to be wacky. I'm going to tell you, you're not going to like it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not going to move his arms. His arms will just be down. He's hunched over, right? And just the steering wheel and hands attached is all you need. I doubt anyone will see that they're not attached to his arms. It's just the hand and the steering wheel. This cracks me up. So anyway, you leave madness for the mad. So here's a chair. Here's a seat, right? Here's a seat for that one. And then here's another seat for this one. And it doesn't matter really. But what I'm trying to do is get this. And here's the other side of that. This and that, right? Isn't that what life is all comprised of? This and that. So here's that. And you're going to shade that in. And little Julius is back here in the little car. And you could even put another that back there. And that's that. Huh? Too many that's and thises and thises and that's. And who's responsible for it all? Lord knows. Lordy knows. Okay, so Jim is pretty much there, and he's going to... Well, you could see that there's more panic in my sketch than in my layout. So, my friends, we revise. Oh, yeah, right? And you got to get the... You have to feel it. Oh, you don't have to. You can try. Right? What he's going to do? What am I going to do? I got this crazy girlfriend. It's turning into a thing. Well, he doesn't look right in this chair. So what do we have to do? Move the chair. And this is what we do. We move things around. I think she's going to be okay here. But he has got to go over a little bit more. So he has chairs that almost get together. And that's all right, right? Who says interiors of cars can't love each other? And then we're going to have a seat belt because we want to be good citizens. More madness in the streets. What's happening? I guess they must be hunting a criminal, right? That's the sound of hunting a criminal. There should be a song. Okay, I'm going to refine him. Don't you worry for all those that are concerned about the model. And here are the hands. And I'm telling you, I'll bet not a soul notices. His hands are just attached to the wheel. And then what happens is I could you know when you're always and that's that. We could even do this, have the arm that way and this one that way, and it'll all be covered up. I think I'll get away with it. And, later, if the film ever gets made, because who knows what could happen to me, we could write and say, you're right, Dilly, no one noticed. The hands are floating on the wheel. And this kid is not happy at all. She's all sorts of changes in her body and her mind. Everything's happening. And when that happens, it's not fun. You're losing control. You're out of control. And then her hair is going to go bananas. I got to get that right. And and I'm going to get shadows. She'll have shadows, right? The deep, and then, okay, I just have to check her model because, okay, she's going to be cold. Things are happening, and I want her to hold herself, right? Because she's chilly. I know. Where's the blanket then? Right. Okay, that doesn't make sense. I know, but it's like sort of a symbol of vulnerability when you hold yourself like this, right? And yet she has the composure of being here before. And we have to remember that. experience is valuable and have more experiences. You can't have these experiences on an apparatchik. Oops! Did I say that? I didn't mean to say that. Please. Please. I think there should be an IV for the apparatchik. And it just drips into our veins. Oh, we have little Julius Jaws back here, so I gotta be mindful. She looks retarded. And she'll be shivering. At the same time, the car is going like this. Right? So we've got some real dynamic goody stuff happening. All right, we're almost done. We just have to give poor little Julius Jaws a little shot in this movie, in this scene. And he's not happy because, even dogs know when things are going wrong with their owners. And he's just in the background doing nothing. It's not his scene. He had a scene, right? But it's enough that he's back there, and I'll have him blink. He's just looking up from the back seat, I guess. Because, I don't know, maybe he's up against the window. No, it's better if his ears are down, even though he's off camera a bit. But that's okay, it's not his scene. Yeah, I know what you mean. You're saying, well, Dilly, why don't you just move it over a little bit? Right? I mean, what's the difference? And thank you for that. I very well may. So, what we do in scenes or times like that is we just cut the paper. Right? And then we adjust it. Put it somewhere else. And you see it'll be like... won't be like, it will... And that's easy to do in After Effects, as everyone who knows that works in After Effects. So, look, I've done it. I've repositioned the car. I'm going to tape it down, add the background, or maybe adjust Julius Jaws. So by contract, his agent insists that he has a better shot in this scene. Because these agents, they got to get their 10, 20%. And, they have to work for it, right? They got to prove that they've done something. Or you'd be asking, why am I giving you all this money? All right, hold on. So, you know that I'm going to move this window back here to give the kid a little bit more room. And that's going to go that way and that way. And then, so now Julius has a little bit more room. Although this is bothering me because it's in the way. So, let's move it. That's the way it is. You have the power of moving things. But you have to be aware of it, right? You have to develop a sense of composition to be able to do that. So we gave him a little bit more room as per his agent's request. And where's his body? His body could be here, so his head could be in the clear. And you see how I do this. It's just working it out. In his eyes, and he's sad. And then we can do that, and then we could do that. And you see, and he's like, it doesn't even need a mouth. He's just sad. Like that. Okay, he's in the back. Now let's take green, and where will the horizon be? You think here, so we see it higher? Yeah, let's do it higher. And then that will be just green stuff here, and our colorist, our background colorist, will create a pan. And there, applaud yourselves. You've done a great job. I want to thank you all. And until next time, stay animated. Whoops. Stay animated.